Okay.
We're recording? Is the camera started?
The camera's
Okay.
been go. Okay. All right, you guys.
Wow.
Wow, we're back.
We're back in studio.
Yeah. We're back together.
We forgot how to talk to each other.
No, we didn't.
Like on camera.
I don't feel that way.
Okay, well, maybe it's just me.
Okay. Well, you look great.
Thank you.
We got cake.
Yeah,
The
somebody
Park
gave us
Studio
cake.
guys
Oh,
brought
that's
us
who it was.
cake.
Yeah.
And we've got some new reviews. We got some new reviews on the podcast because you guys fucking came through last week.
Well, by the way, this is Find Your Beach.
Oh, yeah, this is Find Your Beach podcast, in case you haven't.
Yeah, in case you accidentally, hit a button.
In case you thought this was a Corona ad, this is actually a podcast that was started when COVID was called Corona.
It's sponsored by Corona, though.
It is.
They don't pay us.
They don't pay us, but we do have a sponsorship with them that they don't know about. Mm-hmm. And we are actually sponsoring them.
Yeah. For citizenship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got a new review. This is a Monday episode, so we do read our reviews on the podcast aloud, which is different than reading them on the podcast silently. It's more interesting for you, and it's a lot more fun for us, okay? This one's from Mariska Hargitay. 10 out of 10 for endless laughter. 5 stars. Rosebud and Andy. They make you laugh. They make you question their life choices. They love each other in the most adorable and disgusting way. I freaking love this podcast so much. Listen or perish.
You're really blown over the fact that this is Mariska Hargitay, the highest paid woman in show business.
The highest paid woman.
Yeah, did you know that?
Did not know that.
She signed some deal where her money was supposed to escalate per season.
Uh-huh.
And because she's been on Law and Order so much, it's not movies, but for TV, she makes the most money out of any woman on TV.
That's crazy because I had no idea. I thought that was literally just one of our listeners' names. I had no clue. And
Do you know what I'm talking about? The kind of butch Law and Order lady?
the one with the brown hair?
Yeah, kind of Slavic looking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Had no idea that was her name.
So, if you're not listening by now, one of the richest women in the world.
Yeah. That's
her...
from the real Mariska Hargitay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't listen to this, you can kiss your fucking guest star on Law and Order goodbye. All right?
And that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. That is how you know you're a real actor in New York City.
It's a jumping off point. I was in an audience one time. I was an extra on Law and Order.
You were an extra?
Yeah, I celebrated when a person got convicted of a hate crime for gay bashing somebody.
How did you do it? What was your celebratory move?
I stood up and I went, "Yay!" Like that.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like you basically were one step away from a yes queen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I yes queened it.
Nice.
I think I did kind of have a turtleneck or something on, something where I was like, Jesus Christ, is this what it's come to? Mm-hmm. I'm,
wearing a turtleneck on TV? God.
Pretending to be some kind of gay guy.
I don't think turtlenecks are gay.
Whatever it was. A mesh shirt that said I like cock. Maybe that's what it was.
No, that's not gay.
Okay.
That's just progressive.
All right.
You could just be a fan.
By the way, now, I'm not saying that was the correct way to react to that. That was actually, now I'd be I'd jump at the chance to play a gay guy. But at this point in my life, I think I was somewhat self-conscious that I already came off a little gay, and that I don't know why that's a thing.
What? Why? What is a thing?
Why guys are afraid of coming off gay.
Neither do I, because it's at this point, if you're not gay, you're
the devil.
No, but it's just you're boring.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not even a little bit gay, you're old.
Well, I don't need to worry about that. Not being a little bit gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of.
Yeah, we've seen you stand around with your hands on your hips a lot.
There was this very out gay kid from my high school named Marcellus, and I saw him when I was 30 or something. I hadn't seen him since high school, and he was first thing he says to me is he goes, "Man, Andy, everybody knew you gay," and I was like, I'm not gay.
Oh, man. Do you have his number?
No, I should get it.
You should get it. We should call him on the podcast.
I have another friend who is a hairdresser, Gennaro. This is his name, Gennaro.
Yeah, well, I figured that.
It's just not, I don't know a lot of other Gennaros, so it felt weird saying it. But he's a hairdresser in Seattle, and he was my best friend in 7th grade. And for some reason, I didn't compute when he was that age that he was gay.
Right.
Even though I was this boy that was self-conscious. But he would we'd go to his grandma's house where he lived, and he would always put on Patti LaBelle, and he'd be like, nobody can sing like Patti. I had no idea.
And you're like, cool, you want to shoot some hoops?
Yeah, you want to go talk about all our crushes?
Oh my God, that just made me think of that. We watched the worst movie last night.
Oh God. Crushes.
Hugh Jackman in Reminiscence.
Yeah, not even a word, I don't think.
Reminiscence is, it's...
It is, but it's
a word.
You don't say that. You say I reminisce. Nobody's like, I'm caught in the reminiscence.
I had a reminiscence last night. Yeah, so it's in this post-apocalyptic world where I guess people go into these memory tanks. The world's kind of falling apart, the waters have risen, the cities are taken over, and life is shitty. There's border wars, and essentially people are living in the past because their lives are so shitty now. But really, they're not that shitty.
They're living in the past.
The worst thing about it is that there's water everywhere.
Yeah, well, there's society has fallen down, but it's not actually that bad.
Well, it's not that bad. Okay, if we had watched this movie 10 years ago, I'd be like, this is post-apocalyptic. But we're watching it now, and I'm like, yeah, I could see that happening next week.
Yeah, we're going to have wet streets at some point.
We're going to be traveling by boat.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not a reach.
But it's they still had cell phones. They weren't he wasn't getting food by fishing. He was just
they were texting each other.
My shoes get wet every day.
Yeah.
Anyways, they don't just live in the past. They put on a helmet and sit in a tank, and then they get to go relive their memories.
Yeah. Anyway, so Hugh Jackman, this lady walks in, and she's hot and she's got a nice voice, and Hugh Jackman falls in love with her, and then she disappears, and it turns out that she's scamming him, and the rest of the movie is just him trying to find this lady to prove that their love was real.
Yeah,
and so me and Andy are watching it just laughing our asses off.
Because it was a couple month relationship. It wasn't his love of loves. It was a girl he hooked up with for 2 months, and then the rest of the movie's just him being
she stole all his money, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta find my crush.
Yeah, he's
that's what we kept saying.
He keeps going to these gangsters, mob bosses' houses, and being like, "Here's my crush here.
Have you seen my crush?" And then one point,
my crush is on drugs.
Yeah, my crush is addicted to drugs. That was a big one. We were just yelling at it. It was 2 a.m. and we're just
yelling at the TV. My crush is addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Oh God. That was the greatest time.
It was a really fun time, and it was a bad movie, but it was so bad that there was points where we would watch it, because it was the dialogue was when a kid in high school writes a play and they put it on because it's good enough.
Yeah.
It was that kind of dialogue where it's the past will always be in your rearview window, but you got to look forward because there's other cars coming.
The past is just the past.
You don't want to miss it.
And you can't be looking in the rear view because you're going to crash.
Yeah.
It was really stupid. But it was so fun to sit with you and watch a movie and make fun of the movie, because we hadn't gotten to, first of all, last night was the first night that we saw each other in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Maybe more. It was we'd seen each other for a day or two, but your mom had been there.
Yeah, we had house guests. It was just really hard. So we hadn't seen each other in quite some time, and definitely hadn't hung out alone in forever. And I gotta say, can't recommend it enough. If you're married, send your husband away.
Yeah, we
put him on the road.
We had a goofy time last night. We had a pretty good day too, until I had a sugar dip this afternoon, and I went into kind of a perilous cycle. But you don't get to hear about that on the free episode. That's a Patreon episode. We're going to talk about it on the
Patreon. Yeah.
But I will. Can I say something that might make you feel a little vulnerable?
No.
Please.
Fine.
It's funny. Rosebud today.
Oh wait. What? Whisper it to me. Don't. First of all, that was not a whisper.
Let me just say it.
What was it?
We were having sex, and Rosebud answered her phone and still had an orgasm.
I didn't answer my phone.
She was on top of me reading texts and orgasming. I was like, who the fuck am I married? She like instantaneously became like Devil Wears Prada. She's like, I have to do multiple things. I'm a very busy woman. Now get out of here.
I can't believe you just said that.
It was amazing.
I can't believe you said that on the podcast.
Oh my God. It'd be like if I was like finishing an IKEA dresser while also coming and yelling at the dog. Like it was that, but like on one foot.
Listen, I've never been good at multitasking in my life. But if I haven't come in 3 weeks, I'm going to get it in. All right.
It was amazing. I was like, I cannot believe she's doing this right now. I was honored, you know?
Were you? Or were you grossed out?
No, I was honored. I was like, how is she doing this? You know, like
I really wasn't checking the text. Like my phone rang like 3 times while we were fucking. And then first of all, you finished and I didn't get to yet.
Yeah.
So unfair.
I was horned up.
Unfair.
I was in a
bad
place.
And then my phone was ringing like the whole fucking time. So I was like, is somebody dying or what the fuck is going on? So then I don't know what I was doing. I was like, I was close. I had to get my phone. I had to come.
I was amazed because I can't tell you how many times.
I can't believe you brought this up.
I've been with somebody who's been like, I lost it, you know? I lost it. Which is, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I lose the orgasm.
Yeah, like I missed it.
I've been one of those people too, you know?
Yeah, no, so have I.
And
but not after 3 weeks without fucking.
Yeah. And I came quick because, I mean, honestly, I was looking at mannequins and round bushes, like trees, not like pubic hair. Although a pubic hair probably would have turned me on this last week. I was pretty desperate for it. Probably fucked up the drain.
You were desperate for pubic hair?
No, for sex with my wife. I was pretty horned up. I was just getting attracted to shapes.
Yeah. Okay. Know? Got it.
Like a sign with an elephant on it. I was like, she's got curves. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I can't recommend not seeing your husband or wife for 3 weeks enough. It's good for you. Mm-hmm. It is, especially after a year together.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good.
Sincerely hope that your father's not listening to this episode. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Well, I don't think he knows. I still don't think he knows how to
get a podcast.
Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure he doesn't because he's got like a Windows-based computer. Yeah, you know, I don't think he's like downloading iTunes or like. He's
By
never
the way, guys,
it.
I think we got the clip for this week. Yeah. All right. Jesus Christ, what an embarrassment. Yeah. So I did what I did. All right, and I'm not sorry.
Well, I just wanted to say I was impressed. I thought it was amazing. I was not trying to shame you at all. I just knew that you would be kind of embarrassed that I would talk about sexy stuff. You know?
It's more embarrassing that...
When you call it sexy stuff?
No, it's more embarrassing that I thought anything could possibly be that important. You know what I mean? That's the embarrassment is...
You have a very busy week. And weeks. You have a lot of stuff going on. So I completely understood.
Can we close the cake? Because there's fruit flies.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you keep talking?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I have a busy week. But the point is, it's horribly embarrassing to be like, I'm a very busy woman. You know what I mean? That's the part that makes me just go, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You know? Like what? I mean, that's actually how you know you're a workaholic. That's how you know you have a problem. And I think I do. Like, the last 3 weeks have not hung out with anyone. Like, Andy was like, what'd you do while I was gone? Nothing. I sat, the day my special came out, I went to go look at my billboard by myself. I saw it. I went home. And then I sat in my apartment for the rest of the night. And then went, after my special, I left the apartment. I went to do a spot at the Cellar. And then I came home. It was like, that was all I did. I just worked.
Wait, you did a spot the night of your special?
Yeah, after it came out.
That's cool.
But it was like a 1:05 spot or something. It was like really, really early in the morning. And I knew that it was like, this isn't going to be as exciting as my special because I had not slept. The night before, I didn't sleep at all.
Yeah.
I thought that you could still, I thought, oh, well, I'll just go to bed. You know, I'll wake up tomorrow. I'll have a day of like promotion or whatever. I didn't sleep at all. Like 5 a.m., I was measuring our apartment for rugs, and I spent $700 on new rugs just because I was that jacked up. You can just be so excited that you're like, I can't think about anything else. I can't relax.
Yeah.
But all I did for 3 weeks was work. I didn't hang out with people. I didn't spend quality time with anyone.
You vaped.
I vaped. I got back to vaping.
Got back in vaping.
I didn't even work out that much. You would think I would be sitting in the room doing like rage push-ups.
But you lost weight. Probably because you didn't eat. You're really bad at eating when you need to.
Yeah, I was too excited to eat. And
I wish I had the very first time me and Rosebud had a conversation like this was when I had her on my podcast in whatever that was, August of 2019.
I mean, yeah, probably.
So August of 2019. And I will say this again. I wish that like I could turn off, because you are very good at just like pleasing your animal brain, which, you know what I mean? Like you do the work because that pleases you. You eat because you're like hungry in that exact moment, but then you don't even finish the food. It's just very like, I am like literally like getting distracted by the idea that there's like I can spend 6 hours. I can spend 6 hours like looking at the coast of Portugal on maps because I'm like, maybe there's like a way to do this trip. I'm not even going on the trip. I hate it. And then I'm eating gummy bears and I'm like freaking out. I'm going up to the mirror to pick my scalp, and then I'm like going back and I'm like fingering a jar of peanut butter and like looking at
But Andy, that's pleasing your animal brain.
No.
Yes.
It's
sating. No. I refuse to let you do this. This is the thing. When you go plan trips, something about that like releases dopamine for you. You love to do it.
It's a control thing. Maybe yours is a control thing. Is it?
What?
Like your workaholism. Of
course it is.
This is what I talk about in therapy, and you guys can hear more about this on the Patreon episode. But I'm mad that none of my idiosyncrasies serve me. Like none of my like faults. Like most guys are like fucked up and then they're like stoic and like they punch a wall and a woman comes and then everybody's like, let's get on our motorcycles, you know? And I'm just like, what? I'm really overwhelmed and anxious right now. I better plan a trip I'll never go on. I'll think about that one time that I got a hard on when I was sleeping in my mom's bed, you know, just like, fuck. Motherfucker!
What?
You know?
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair.
Yours serve you. Like all your like type A, like I gotta do this and this is how it goes. Mm-hmm. It serves you. Yeah. And mine stuff is just like it's kind of like I have like it doesn't match up with the man, you know?
One time I got a hard on in my mom's bed.
I slept in my mom's bed a lot as a kid.
Okay. First of all, when did you get a hard on in your mom's bed?
A lot.
What do you mean a lot?
I was a teenager.
Was she in there?
I hope not, but maybe.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Andy.
I wasn't happy about it.
You know how uncomfortable it makes me that every time we're at your mom's, you call me mom at least once?
It's hot.
Especially knowing that. It's not hot. It's so disturbing.
All right.
It happens every single time.
I have never cracked this open. I don't even think I've ever admitted that to myself. But I used to have this thing where I would get scared.
I can't believe, if you guys think this is fucking juicy, wait till the Patreon episode, because we might have to make this the Patreon episode.
I can't even believe I'm saying this right now. I used to get scared. Like I'd have like a 3-week period where like I watched like 28 Days Later, and I was like terrified. Like I couldn't sleep. I watched Blair Witch too. It was another time that I
love a zombie movie.
Now
Yeah.
But this was like a period of time where like it fucked me up. And I usually would sleep on her floor. But I remember a few times where like she had a king bed. I would sleep on one half. I wouldn't sleep under the covers. I would sleep on top of the covers with a blanket just because we'd like watch TV and fall asleep like that. But I would remember like when I was like 15, I would be like, oh, I have a boner. Like I woke up with a boner. God, I got to run away. And,
right.
You know, like,
yeah.
Like I'm not like, I wasn't like in bed being like, wow, there's a woman next to me. No, it's not like that.
Oh my God.
I don't think I have any kind of edible. Well, I definitely have some kind of edible stuff, but it's not in a
Yeah, I mean, you do call
way.
me mom.
You know what that is?
I'm at
I
your
can
mom's
explain
house.
that very easily.
Okay.
It's when I'm with my mom, I have this like knee-jerk reaction to be like, Mom, stop it. Mom. You know, like I just, and it's, so when I get like short fused, I just start calling people.
I think I've actually called you mom when we're at my mom's house too.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's because when you're asking for something in your mom's house,
Everybody's
you're generally
mom.
asking from your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you also take care of me and breastfeed me every once in a while,
Yeah.
which is normal.
I got that sweet, sweet titty milk.
That's right.
I actually have to, it's kind of embarrassing. Rosebud occasionally makes me strap on prosthetic breasts that are full of milk and she weans. But
Yeah. And
she's got low protein. Well,
it helps me
iron.
get back to text messages. It helps me respond to emails.
There's got to be a baby out there breastfeeding and looking at some kind of screen. Like for sure.
Well, there's definitely babies that are breastfeeding while their moms are looking at some kind of screen, which
But-
has got to be wild because I think there was a book that was written about it years ago about how our obsession with phones is affecting our relationship to our babies because mothers are like have this like dead-eyed expression while the baby is breastfeeding and trying to like look their mom in the eye.
Yeah.
And
God-
it's apparently
God
like
pray
fucking
for our
up
children.
yeah, it's like fucking up our human to human connection. And so I guess, you know, as if moms aren't being told enough that they're doing everything wrong.
You're going to go on the defensive on that one?
Yeah, I just think that
It's literally like a human thing. You seem like you would be on the other side of this.
I am on the other side of this in the sense that if I'm breastfeeding, I'm going to be looking at my baby. But I also feel like there's so much literature out there just being like, you're doing this wrong and you're doing this wrong. And if you do this, you're going to raise a killer. And it's like, can we just fucking relax?
But
Like,
I do think like our phone stuff is like probably one of the most toxic aspects of our lives.
it's absolutely the worst addiction I have in my life is my phone. And I fucking hate it. And sometimes I feel like it's pulling me, like I feel like I can't get out of it. Like I can feel myself wanting to put it down and not being able to.
Do you ever like you see those phones that are called like bricks? Have you ever seen those?
No.
Where they just like all they have is like phone, text message, email.
No.
It's just a phone that you can't upload Instagram to or any of that stuff to.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Just online. I don't know if the exact name is like brick, but there was one called brick. But they're just like literally like they're like a smartphone in a sense because they can do a lot of, like they're a good phone, but they like have the digital kind of like, what do you call that, resolution as like a Nokia with the snake.
Yeah.
Like it's like a BlackBerry basically.
Right.
But
It's just to prevent you from being a nightmare.
a phone
your
person,
phone?
yeah, just being sucked into your phone.
That's fucking
We should
great.
think about that. I mean, we're probably not gonna, but it would be nice
No,
if we
there's
could.
no fucking way I'll do that. You know, I said it's bad for me. I didn't say I was ready to quit.
Yeah. I mean, we got back into vaping already, so
God damn it.
we can quit again.
It's so hard.
We just gotta get pregnant again.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all we got to do.
Just get pregnant again. We'll give it
and
up.
then we'll give it up.
That's how good of people we are. We will not vape while pregnant. I mean, that is like.
So somebody send us a fucking medal.
I know.
I mean, we got a cake here, but we could use another.
I want a cake that is a medal, like a metal
I
shaped
want a medal.
cake.
Yeah.
Send it.
Parents of the year.
Send it now.
Send us a cake. Send it to the Comedy Cellar.
Now, I did want to ask you, I think we talked a little bit about it, but, you spoke about how all week or last 3 weeks you haven't done anything but work. Mm-hmm. Are you ready to, socialize, feed your kind of, are you missing friends? Are you going to, are you?
I'll be honest, it was really nice for me to spend that amount of time alone. Like I really enjoyed it, and I feel like renewed.
That's great.
I love being by myself and just like doing my work by myself. Oh shit, I think this is your Uber Eats order. Can we pause this, guys?
Yeah, we can pause. What time are we at?
You guys are at
Hello?
You guys are at 25:30.
Hi,
Okay.
We're coming down. Thank you.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we're back.
We're back. So
I think we're at that time.
my point is I love spending the time alone. It's been really good for me, and I feel like even though I'm kind of like a depressed person, when I spend a lot of time by myself, I just feel more positive. Like I feel less angry at people. I feel just cooler with everybody. I'm like, "Oh, well, you're a piece of shit, but you don't bother me because you're not a part of my life." You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just am. I don't really like let the outside world get to me that much. I have an incredible skill when it comes to total isolation.
Oh, I wanted to look up that one thing.
What?
Sorry. There was that message I told you about.
A DM?
The DM about fake alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That, going back to this, we were very, I don't know if we alluded that I got in a fight with my wife about, she threw away my fake alcohol that I bought.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that fully.
It was fully my bad. What is this girl's name?
Wait, but what did why don't you just sum it up?
She just said it's alcohol. They just cook it out, basically.
Oh.
It's just fully booze, and then they just like boil it or something. I think that's what she said.
Oh, okay. So that's why it tasted exactly like whiskey.
I think that's what it was. I mean, I knew that's what that was with like fake wine. I knew they cooked it out, but for some reason I was like, oh, they used herbs. They concocted a special.
Yeah.
I was being hopeful.
Okay, well, I have a bad advice question.
Go for it.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, if you want to, you can send us your bad advice questions. The number is 917-540-8395. Or you can email us. Jesus Christ. Or you can email us at fybpod@gmail.com. Send us your questions. We'll answer them on the pod. Okay, here's the last one. The last 2 men I've dated have broken up with me because they said I deserve more than what they can give.
Cop out.
I don't think I ask for too much, as I don't want to see the person I'm dating every day or even talk to them every day. But how can I find someone that is on the same page as me with their wants and needs? I'm 31, living in Kentucky, is this Kentucky? KY?
Yeah.
Okay. Across the river from Cincinnati, Ohio, since no one knows where the fuck Covington is. LOL, thanks.
Well, that sounds like I don't know, you're going for guys that, it's what a guy says when that's an excuse to not.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to break up with this person in a mean way, so this will sound very noble of me to go like, oh, I mean, you deserve so much.
Yeah, I think this is just a question of like, in terms of like how you can find someone. I mean, we're answering this very seriously, but I'm kind of in the mood too. I feel like this isn't like a tactic you need to take to like find the one that to find a guy that is on the same page as you. That's just patience. Cause I mean, you're in Kentucky, you're not drowning in good dick.
You might be. There's a lot of, good old boys down there. They may not know about the whole game.
Well, I'm talking about evolved dick. I'm not talking about like good dick, like in the sense that like you had a bad childhood, so you know how to fuck. I'm talking about like quality dick.
Yeah.
And it's not really. I'm imagining you're not swimming in it in fucking Kentucky.
Well, it's right across from Ohio, which is a very popular state.
Andy, it's not a popular state.
Populous.
What? Are you just saying words?
It's a very populous state. There's a lot of metropolitans there. Cincinnati, Columbus,
Andy,
Dayton.
it's not quality dick.
Cleveland.
Ohio is not known for quality dick.
I bet you'd be surprised to see how many people came out of Ohio.
I'm sure a lot of people came out of Ohio.
And Cincinnati's a good town.
And then bettered themselves to the point that they became quality dick.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, we're not, just because we're culture vultures up here in, you know, New York doesn't mean that they don't got it going on down in KY,
No,
you know?
let me tell you one
They
thing
came
about...
up with their own jelly?
I'll tell you one thing about Kentucky. Nobody is answering text messages while coming. So they have that going for them.
Well, if anybody in Louisville would like to...
Fuck off, Andy.
Disregard.
Quiet.
Okay.
You don't get to invite people to fuck you in Kentucky.
No, I'm not saying to fuck me. I'm just saying if anybody disagrees with Rosebud, where they're a fucker that does answer their texts. You know. I'm not trying to fuck anybody. I've been sated.
Okay.
All right?
Good.
I'm a good boy. I had my belly rubbed, all right?
I had my belly rubbed. Oh, that's disgusting.
I
Okay.
know, yeah.
All right, you guys. That is our bad advice question for the week. Again, send us your bad advice questions, 917-540-8395, or you can email them to the pod, fybpod@gmail.com. Watch this episode on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel, and you can join the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Join the fucking Patreon, you guys.
www.patreon.com/Find Your Beach. And also, we don't really know our dates, do we? I'll be in New Hampshire the 8th and 9th.
Yeah, I have a sad announcement, which is that I had to cancel my show in Grand Rapids. Here's the deal, okay? Michigan is not checking vax status, and that is Michigan's right, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is part of their state shit. They're just not checking vaccination status. But for my own personal comfort, I wanted to ask if the venue could please check vaccination status and or get a COVID negative test from the people that were coming to the show. And they said they can't do that because it's against the state law. And I said, well, that's cool. I'll just reschedule for another date. So I had to table that. I'm sorry. If you bought tickets, they will be refunded. I just, you know, we keep getting these fucking COVID remixes, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah, everybody's getting it.
I don't feel great about it, you know? So I just was like, let me just put this on the back burner for a second. I promise you, if you're in Grand Rapids, the venue will refund your tickets. It's called Dr. Grin's Comedy Club. So find that in your emails or your receipts or whatever, and they will pay you back. And I promise I'll let you guys know when I'm out there again. Other than that, what do we have? High Plains?
High Plains, yeah.
Yeah, High Plains Comedy
some
Festival.
other dates are up in the air. We'll let you know as soon as they're confirmed.
Yeah, things are crazy.
Oh, I'll be in Raleigh the first weekend of October.
Oh, hell yeah.
Charlie Goodnights.
That'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, check our websites. What is yours?
www.imandyhaynes.com
and www.rosebudbaker.com, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
No, just find you.